Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avadon 3. Last episode, we went and completed a couple of side quests over on Svar's Peninsula. Specifically one that was basically just a bounty hunting mission for the Titans up here. And we happened to find a Talon over there as well. And one that was basically a quest to check for another potential lair for the Dragon Zethron. Didn't work out. Way too wet. Now, with all the side quests done and taken care of, it's time to finally move back into Goldcrag. It's been a while since we've been over here, back in the first game, so I'm curious to see what it's going to look like now. Let's go in and take a peek. Come on. Alright then. Your hike here was hot and exhausting, but largely uneventful. You stuck to the free roads until you got close to the front. Then your map directed you through paths in the thickets. You should be close to a large camp of Pact soldiers, a lonely outpost tasked with to keep the ruins of Goldcrag out of the claws of the war-born hordes. Alright, here's the camp. You enter the Pact encampment. It's surprisingly small, but the defenses are decent. There are archers and turrets facing outwards, waiting for a war-born assault. Doesn't look like this camp has actually received a serious attack in some time. There aren't a lot of soldiers here. Most of them must be out on patrol. The rest of them aren't happy to see you. They are a regular Pact army, which means that they regard hands with a combination of envy and mistrust. One of the guards at gates greets you. Welcome, Hand. We weren't expecting you, but our commander is Elise. She's in the main hall. She points at the stone building to the east. So we've got trainer and scout camp. Interesting. And that's the main hall there. Very interesting. We're just going to take a quick peek around first. Okay. Well, let's speak with the person in charge here, and then we'll take a look at the other people. Well, there's the commander, and a monitor. The commander of this force is not surrounded by the usual piles of orders and reports. This is a battle outpost. She is surrounded by a cluster of her turrets. She is working feverishly on them, trying to get them in shape to hold the warborn at bay. But then she sees that a hand of Avadon has arrived. She sets aside her tools, grabs a towel, fails to get the oil spots off of her face, and rises to greet you. Welcome, Hand! I am Commander Elise. I have the lousy task of trying to hold out here. I'm sure you're here to make some urgent requests, like all my other visitors. What is requested of you? I have soldiers. This war is a tornado of chaos. Everyone thinks they have a better use for my soldiers than I do. I'm sure you've come to make a request of me. Heavens forbid that anyone ever come and offer actual help. What do you want here? Redbeard requests that you help us assault the warborn in the far lands. That surprised her. Redbeard? Really? I heard he was dead. I have a full 6 lances under my command here. 600 soldiers, though most of them are off on raids or patrols now. I do have a powerful force here. Alas, I can't help you. And you can't help us because I'm holding Goldcrag. My Imperator gave me a direct order. Goldcrag is said to have real tactical and symbolic value. Whether or not I agree, as long as the enemy is here, we're not allowed to leave. Imperator? You Hands always forget how the Pact's humble armies work. Imperator is the highest rank. The Imperators answer directly to Hanvar's council. Redbeard is terrifying. I am more scared of the Imperators, though. Things have changed. Redbeard will allow me to buy the warborn off. This gets her attention. The hall is quiet and still. All of her soldiers listen with rapt attention. Well, that is real help. The first we have gotten in some time. Not enough. You'll have to convince me to pull up stakes. When you hear my terms, you'll probably leave like all the others did. How can I convince you to help me? Elise smiles. Defeat the enemy. Reduce their numbers and I'll need to keep less soldiers here. Think you can do that? Ask for the specifics. Prove yourself to me and I'm yours. What do I need to do to win your aid? She gives us a good think. Oh, there are lots of warborn, but they don't work well together. There's 3 tribes, Wretches, Ogres, Titans. They're all camped apart, though. If you can knock out, say, 2 of them, we can hold Goldcrag with a small force. There. Those are my terms. No negotiation. You won't shake me. Think you can do it? Learn about the situation and do your best. How can I learn more about the situation? I'd talk to Scout Kita. She's outside, sitting at one of the fires. She knows all there is to know about the enemy. Talk to her fast. I think she's anxious to get back to the field. What assistance can you give me? This is met with bouts of laughter. Not kind laughter, either. Nothing! Not an arrow! We barely have enough to hold the town. You're from Avadon, you're supposed to be rich. Look after yourself. Though we have a trader and a trainer. They're both outside. You should talk to them. They might help. Neutralize the tribes how? Kill their leaders. That's the best way to confuse the Warborn. Chop off the head and they will fight each other. Warborn are also a greedy bunch. Use your Avadon wealth. Buy them off. It's how the Black Fortress has kept the Warborn weak and divided for centuries. Commander Elise shows you all of the attention and courtesy expected when dealing with a representative of Avadon. At the same time, she can't hide her desperate desire to work on the outpost's defenses against a Warborn. Tell me about this camp. Humble, isn't it? I have 600 soldiers, but we have a lot of ground to cover. I keep enough here to hold Goldcrag, no more. The rest try to flank the enemy, destroy supply convoys, that sort of thing. All of that is to hold Goldcrag, though. It's just a big stalemate. We haven't actually fought a battle yet. We just want to tie up the enemy here. That's what my Imperator wants. You haven't fought a battle. You wouldn't know it from looking at the disaster outside, huh? No, we've fought little skirmishes by the hundreds. Reduced the town to a ruin. We haven't had a proper battle, though. Sometimes I wish we would. Just get it over with. Why is Goldcrag important? She opens her mouth, closes it, thinks, opens her mouth again, and closes it again. Finally, she says, I don't know how my Imperator thinks. He gets orders from Hanvar's council. Then he tells me what to do, and I do it. Me, I don't think it's important anymore. It's a ruin. Happy to go somewhere else if you make it possible. That's all for now. Thank you. Okay. Monitor Fadil. There's a battlemaster sitting at the table handling all of the commander's paperwork while she tinkers with her turrets. He isn't happy about it. He occasionally mutters a few soft obscenities. Whenever he does, the commander smiles. He doesn't appreciate you interrupting his work. Hello, Hand. I'm Monitor Fadil. I'm very busy. These orders don't sign themselves. I fear you and respect Avadon and blah blah. What do you need? What do you do here? I'm the second in command. I fight when there's a battle, which there isn't. It's a stalemate, been roasting in the heat for months. My job is to do the commander's strut work so she can make turrets. We all have tough jobs here. Don't make them harder. When is it hot? In the Kava? Always. Every minute of every day. Tell me about the stalemate. We and the Warborn are dug in pretty good. We'd each need lots more soldiers to knock the enemy out. We aren't getting them, so we maneuver and spy and try to flank each other and sometimes have the usual pointless bloody skirmish. You come to free us from this hell? I'll thank you. Is something wrong? You're from Avadon, all high and mighty, in charge, ready to give orders and off with my head if I don't obey, right? Well, I'm in the regular army. I have orders from my lot to follow. I can't do otherwise. Well, I mean you no harm. No, you hands never mean harm. Don't stop you from doing it, though. Please leave me be. Lots of this nonsense to clear away. You leave him to his papers. Actually, tell me about the commander. Barely competent, but we're forced to tolerate her and her useless gadgets. A small wrench accidentally slips out of Elise's hand and flies across the room. Fadil barely dodges it. See? Can't even hold on to her tools. What kind of tinker mage is that? Right. What do you do here? Okay, we've already gone through that. Okay, looking around, I see that there's a trap door over there. I'm curious what's in there. Okay, this is basically the kitchen. No, this is a forge, not the kitchen. I think I could probably use some more coins, so I'll grab things that have value. Battle runestone. Yay! Okay. Here we got bedrolls and blankets. Oh, more lockpicks. Yay. Alright, Well, let's head out of the camp and speak with the other people here. First things first, let's talk to the trainer. It is hot and dry here, and the soldiers look for any excuse to stay still and out of the sun. There is one trainer here, though, who is constantly hassling them to stay in practice. When you get close, he releases the warrior he was tormenting.
Welcome, Hand. I am Trainer Herb. I wouldn't be arrogant enough to think I can teach you anything, but I'm willing to try.
You're a trainer here.
Oh, this is where I was sent. I'm not sure it was wise. I'm best when helping novices. There are no novices here. Goldcrag makes a soldier experience very fast.
And why are you here?
Oh, some commander somewhere thought I'd be more useful here. Our army makes many decisions, not all of them are wise.
How do you stay useful?
I fight, I can cast spells, make illusions, give help to the few young incompetents who end up here. I can also help you. There may be things I can teach you.
Trainer Herb stands out in the sun, looking for warriors to train. For a soldier from Kellamdariel, the heat hardly seems to bother him at all. Seen much action against the Warborn?
Oh, it is a constant quiet struggle. We maneuver, our patrols fight other patrols, we wear each other down. None of us have enough strength to dislodge the others. I've learned more about the Warborn than I ever thought I would. I've even developed a little respect for them.
Who do you respect?
Well, Titans are strong and disciplined. Wretches are cunning and fearless. The Ogres are just chaotic, mad, unpredictable warriors, and thus extremely dangerous. I respect all of them in their way.
Who is weak in battle?
Oh, the Ogres. They are dangerous, they cause us losses, but they always lose more. They don't have the cunning of the Wretches or the discipline of the Titans.
Is there anything else you can teach? Is there anything you can teach me?
I don't think I can teach you anything new, but I believe I can help you more efficiently use the power you already have. If you're unhappy with your current powers, I can retrain you.
What is retraining?
Well, sometimes, as you gain in experience, you may find that you have been trained in ways that no longer work for you. I can help you to refocus that skill in different ways.
Well, I don't need that, but thank you. Alright, so he's not a trainer, he's the retrainer. Thanks, but no thanks. Alright, let's talk to the scout here then. There's a Holglandian scout sitting here roasting in the heat. She drinks mug after mug of water and idly stirs the ashes of the fire with a stick. What little of her skin is visible has been tanned dark by the constant sun. She looks up at you.
Have some water, Hand. Never stop drinking. The Cabal will kill you in time. I'm Scout Kita. It's an honor.
An honor?
Well, you're from Avadon. The finest warriors, the best weapons, and the most dangerous missions, right? No joke, you people are amazing.
I don't usually get this warm a welcome.
That's because everyone is scared of you. When Avadon comes, that means dangerous missions. Hard times for everyone around, and... I know everything about the Warborn around here. I'll be happy to help you.
How long have you been stationed here?
Over a year now. Being in this heat and playing little games with the Warborn. Nothing that would ever excite a Hand of Avadon. I bet you travel all over the continent, going on all sorts of suicidal adventures.
Well, I mean, so far I have. Yeah, I mean, I can't say you're wrong about my lifestyle.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Did you ever try to join Avadon? Perhaps as an eye?
Well, no. I know that when you work for Avadon, it's until you die. That death is usually pretty young, right? I just wanted to help win this one war, I guess.
Scout Kita sits and drinks and stirs the ashes. The other soldiers find ways to pass the long, idle hours. They all keep their weapons close, though. Never can tell when the months of tedium will be interrupted by 5 minutes of utter terror. Yeah, that sounds like war. And I've heard other things described that way, too. I'd like to know more about the situation in Goldcrag.
Oh, I'd love to help. I know the commander would want me to. I do a lot of spying. I watch the Warborn on my runs in the thickets. They don't do very much. They send patrols into the middle of town. That's a nice thing about fighting Warborn. Wretches, Ogres, or Titans, none of them are big for giant heroic assaults.
Where are the patrols?
They start at the Warborn camps and go to the stone circle in the center of town and back. Just small groups, but we try hard to avoid them.
Why?
Before they leave their camps, their shamans cover them with all sorts of blessings. Patrols are pretty vicious. I'd avoid them. Tell me about the wretches. They're holed up in the cactus thickets to the northeast. They mainly spy, steal, and do little raids. They're small and cunning. They just bother us. They're tough for wretches, but never a huge threat. They just support the larger Warborn, and they're good at it. Tell me about the ogres. Ogres have all the chaos of the wretches and all the strength of the titans. They're wild and unpredictable. That makes them really dangerous. You can never predict what they do. They have one big camp east from here. Their leader hides in a valley just behind their main camp. Tell me about the titans. Well, they're north of here. They're a powerful force. We're lucky they haven't just charged us because they're truly dangerous. For some reason, they've been happy to let us alone. Their leader lives in the ruins of the old Goldcrag Inn. I haven't been able to sneak back there because they'd just murder me if I tried. What can you tell me about Goldcrag itself? Oh, it's a ruin. Most of the buildings have collapsed. Sad mess. I think it was nice once. It'll be a lot of work to rebuild it. The city hall is still intact. It's the biggest building in the middle of town. Where did all the Goldcrag citizens go? Well, they fled in all directions. A lot of them are in camps on our side of the lines. They're waiting for us to retake the town so they can come back and rebuild. I'm afraid they'll be waiting for a while. What is in the city hall? Well, it's a ruin. There are a bunch of locked doors. Don't know what's behind them. There's lots of rumors of piles of gold, but that's probably nonsense. So we'd be able to buy off one. The wretches, the ogres, or the titans. And the other two we'd have to defeat the leaders. I'm going to say right here, not the ogres. Not going to buy them off. They're too chaotic, too unpredictable. Tough as they are, just there's no way we'd be able to keep control of them. Which leaves the wretches or the titans. The wretches are cunning, but they're mainly support, and they wouldn't be much help in a straight-up fight. Which means if we had to deal with them later, because they get out of hand, well, then we'd be able to wipe them out easily. But they wouldn't be much help now. The Titans, on the other hand, would be of immense help now. They're very strong and very tough and very disciplined. But the problem is, if we would have to deal with them later, that would be a bit of a problem. So that's the choice we have to figure out. Let's speak with the trader here. Here's a traveling merchant here, surrounded by wagons. She looks like she is from the Tawan Empire. It's rare to see a Tawanite this far south. The heat is making her miserable. Your approach makes her very nervous. If she truly is from the Farlands, being scared of a hand is the reasonable reaction. Hello, warrior. I am Trader Cardia. Can I assist you? Are you from the Tawan? I am. I will not hide it. That is where I was born. Now I have no home. I travel and trade. All that may be true, but she is still a Farlander. Why are you allowed to be here? Why would I not be? Not all the Pact hates us like you do. I'm just a woman who sells things. Avadon sees me as an enemy, but I am not. I help this camp, and this camp needs help. Will you let me stay, Hand? Never mind, you can stay. I'm grateful, Hand. I'll trade fairly with you. Trader Cardia fans herself with an old sheet of paper. I swear this heat never lets up for a moment. Need anything else, Hand? I'd actually like to trade with you. What have you got? Silk woven cord. Nah. Nothing we actually need. I mean, it's interesting stuff, but we don't need any of it. Actually, you know what? I'll buy a lockpick. Just so I can have it. And I would like to sell the 3 items I grabbed. Also, I remembered I actually forgot about the trap door that was under here, and I'm curious about what's under. Let's take a look. Hey, lamps! I'll take those. Now, what's under here? Looks like storage for the most part. Why? Why are these razor flingers pointed out here? Interesting. Interesting. This must go right into Goldcrag itself. They've actually got a path to get right into the town itself. Very interesting. I like that. So if we need to get out in a hurry, we have a way to. And this looks like it's the town itself. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is try to get to the Titans in the north. Actually, Overseer in Exile. Overseer in Exile, that's where the treasure hall is. I think I'll try to get there first. And also there's the commander who wants us to burn some records that I think he said were by the main hall. Also, keep our eyes... That's something else entirely. That's if we go to town. We need to keep our eyes open for Nicodemus. We haven't found anything there for a while. Alright. Alright, first things first, I want to see if I can get to the town hall in the center. From here, you get a good view of the once strong city of Goldcrag. It's now a miserable ruin. Humans and Warborn have been squabbling over this town for years. Many battles have taken place, crumbling buildings and scorching earth. All actual residents fled to refugee camps long ago. Now it's a miserable no-man's land. The Warborn occasionally send patrols into the middle of town. You can see the ruts left in the sand by their passage. Nobody else is out here. Yeah, that's actually scavenger wolves. That's... Rudau stops walking. At first you think he's resting. Adjusting to this barren landscape has been difficult for him. Instead, he turns and looks at a nearby ruin. This is hard to see. I've seen a lot of destruction, but this shakes me. Why? This was a peaceful place, old and dignified. Now it is ruined. The people fled. What has happened in the Wild Realm has been hard. I've lost so much, it made me forget about others. The ruins are everywhere we go. Could this have been prevented? Could this have prevented it? Did Redbeard let this land down too? This calamity affects all of Linnaeus. No one man should be blamed. I understand. My mind wants one simple cause. One face to yell at. It's not that simple. Yet Redbeard might have prevented this. If not him, who? I might be wrong. I'll have to think about this. Another day. He rejoins you. Okay, alchemical equipment. 8? No. Not using 8 lockpicks on that. I just realized I don't have any lockpickers in my group. We gotta go back to town and grab one of them. I can't take Rudau with me. God damn it. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we're not gonna take Rudau and Kalita. I mean, we're definitely still going to take Kalita, but not Rudau. So we'll take Kalita and... Let's see. I guess we'll take Nathalie. I guess. I mean, it's not a terrible idea, I think. Yeah, Kalita and Nathalie, I suppose that could work. I've taken the two of them before, but it could work. Rudau's already been around a bit. I don't need to take him. And Selena, I've taken a bit as well. So, Kalita and Nathalie. This is going to be this is a war zone. We need the war. We need the heavy hitters. And Nathalie is a heavy hitter. She does a lot of damage with her spells. And I don't think we're going to be fighting a lot of demons who are immune to her flames, so we should be okay. Also, now that I think about it, we probably will be doing a bit of looting, so I'm going to go deposit the few things I have in Camp Nightshade.
Of course, it's going to be a bit of a walk to get into the place we're depositing them. I reiterate, I'll use up more of these stones once we actually, once we complete whatever is going on here. Purity, golden, blessed, battle. There, that works. Alright, moving on. Once we get to what is likely going to be the last area, which is probably going to be the Tawan Empire, I'll use the things. The stones, whatever. Right, now back to what we were doing. Now let's see just how many lockpicks it takes over here. What is that? Oh, that's a trading hall. Alright, so how many would it take? One lockpick. Oh yes, that I can use. One lockpick instead of... Oh, hello. Scavenger wolves? Sure, we can kill scavenger wolves easily. There's more wolves up there. They're all coming for us, aren't they? I think they are. Yep, they are. Alright, fortunately, we can kill wolves easily. Got the attention of one, and the rest all came for us. Interesting. Well, they do some damage, but we can still kill them easily enough. Nice, cleave. More to kill. And there we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus. This place is going to be a freaking maze to get through. Oh! There's the ogres in the center, so that's where we need to be careful to avoid. The patrols and the like. Alright. There may be more patrols up to north here, excuse me. Sorry about that. Well, I think maybe we'll take a look in the trading hall and the rest of this place in the next episode, because this is going to be a maze to get through. Oh boy. This shall be interesting. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44, that is Gabriel, Kalita, and Nathalie. This has been an Avadon 3 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.